Hi everybody, Dr. Biology here, and this is daily revision for paper 1, GCSE Biology, and I'm going to do stem cells. Stem cells hasn't come up for a while, so it's one of those topics that's well worth your time going through. So first of all, stem cells, they are undifferentiated cells, and they're capable of giving rise to many more cells of the same type, so they can produce other stem cells, but also they can differentiate and to form specialized cells. So specialized cells are cells that do a specific job. So they're essential for growth, repair and development in organisms. In humans, there are two types. So first of all, embryonic stem cells. Now, that's in the first couple of weeks of life, and they can differentiate into any type of cell. And then the second type is adult stem cells. So when you're born, you then have stem cells that are found in certain tissues. For example, bone marrow has stem cells that can make red blood cells, platelets, and white blood cells. The disadvantage of them, though, is that they can only differentiate into a limited range of cells. Plants also have stem cells, so it's called meristems. So meristem tissue can differentiate into any type of plant cell throughout the life of the plant, whether that be in the shoot, in the stems, or in the roots. This is useful for humans because we can clone plants quickly, and we could maybe make rare species. We could protect rare species from extinction, or we can make crop plants with special features such as disease resistance. So you can then clone them to produce large numbers of identical plants for farmers. Therapeutic stem cells is a way of using adult stem cells but turning them into embryonic, or to act like embryonic stem cells. Okay, so it has the same genes as the patient, so it won't be rejected. So stem cells from the embryo are not rejected by the patient's body, so they could be used for medical treatment. So how is that done? Well, they take a human egg from a donor, so it's an unfertilized egg, and they actually get rid of that nucleus from the egg, and they transfer the nucleus from the patient. So it has the full set of chromosomes, and the nucleus is removed from the patient's cells. Then the cell is stimulated to divide, and the cell is then develops into an embryo. And after 4 to 5 days, they can make stem cells, and they can be then cultured or grown, and then they can be used for therapeutic use. It's used for the treatments of things like leukemia. Pros and cons. Now, this is the big one. So if you get a question saying evaluate some information, they want to know both pros and cons. So the first one is using embryonic stem cells. Well, there are plenty of pros and cons for this. The pros are you can treat a wide variety of diseases. There's lots of embryonic stem cells. It's painless, and also using them is better than wasting them, because they usually produce from IVF clinics. They can produce any type of cell, so they could be useful. Cons is the death of the embryo. So is that a potential life? It may not actually work. Embryos cannot be asked for their consent, and you could transfer viral infections. Using adult stem cells, well, there's no ethical issues, as the patient, you're using the patient's actual cells, so therefore they can give consent. It's well tried and tested, as I said, for things like treatments of leukemia, quick recovery, and it's relatively safe. Cons with any operation, and this can go for any type of operation, it can cause infection and therefore harm or suffering or death. Few types of cells can be produced using adult stem cells. It could be painful. There is low chance of rejection. There is a high chance of rejection, actually. Possibly you could still reject it, and you need to take immunosuppressant drugs, and or again transfer of viral infections. Right, okay, so here's some exam practice. So I've got some questions on stem cells. So what I suggest you do is go through this, pause, have a go at the questions, then look at the mark scheme near the end. Okay, hope you found that useful. Please do keep subscribed. Please do share with others as well, and there'll be more daily revision coming up until your exams. So good luck, everybody. Keep working, and I'll see you soon.